Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So it is Sunday night and it is finally time for us to do some toy rotation. The last video that I shared with like our first toy rotation, I'll have it linked down below in the description box in case you guys like want to go back and see how I set up our first round of toys and like what toys we had out here. I did like a whole review on them. But today it's probably been over a month now since I did that video. We were on vacation for a while and it's just been a long time since the toys were rotated. So I'm gonna show you what things look like right now. It's gotten out of control, gotten out of hand. And then what I'm gonna do is swap these toys out. I'll show you how I do that, show you what toys I put in here. So that's kind of what we're gonna do together today. So I just put Riley to bed, so you might hear her like screaming because she's still awake. But this is what the toy situation looks like. Obviously, super just real life, out of control. When I did the first round of toy rotation, I had like almost like one toy in every one of these cubbies. And since then, it's just gotten, you know, just out of hand. And there's new things that are out. We have like a whole other bucket of cars for Jackson because he collects these like weeds. I honestly don't even know where they come from. I still have a bin of toys here from when we went to my parents' house when we were like traveling, when we went on vacation. Still haven't put those away, which I desperately need to do. And then I'm not sure if this was in the first rotation or not, because I don't know if I got it like new when I did that rotation or not, but this is like a relatively new toy to like our toy collection, and the kids have loved playing with this. So I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna leave this out or not. But we've got Legos over here, Jackson's train set. So there's a lot of things that the kids have now had some time to play with that I'm ready to swap out. If you guys happen to be new here, by the way, I did want to like just say hello. So my name is Kayla. I've got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So I've got Jackson, who's my 2-year-old boy. Riley's my 4-year-old girl. So I've got toys here that I try to keep each of them entertained, but they're both like into different things. So I try at the very least once a month to rotate out their toys. I would love to do it more frequently, but life just happens and you get busy and distracted with other things. But I have a bunch of toys in the basement that we're gonna go look at. I also want to see what we can do to just declutter this space. I'm gonna get a trash bag, and not that I'm gonna throw these stuffed animals away, but I want to at least go through them and just put some of them in the basement, because we have all of these stuffed animals here in this bin or whatever, this basket, and this does not look nice here. This is our family room. We don't have any kind of like a, you know, playroom. So when we're sitting down here in the family room, like this is what I'm looking at, and I'm sure that there are better ways so that it doesn't have to look like this all the time. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do anytime that I do a rotation, like I like to just kind of pull out the stuff that I'm not gonna keep. So like the stuff that's here in the cubby, for the most part, this is stuff that they've been playing with that I can now like replace with something else. So that's the goal for today. We're gonna get all of this stuff out, take that stuff to the basement, and then put in its place like other new toys. So let's get started on that. Let me get the trash bag, and then let me see how I'm gonna take this stuff down to the basement. But like all of these were just toys that I showed you last time. So again, if you want to go back to see exactly what these toys were, you guys can go back and see that video. I'm gonna pull these out. This we had taken on vacation, the little VTech like writing thing. This was a kid's doctor set that I'm gonna take out of here, and I'm gonna replace it with something else that's kind of pretend play. So I still want to make sure like certain categories are covered, but some of this stuff, you know, has already had its time. So we'll see what else we can do here. Okay, so this is all that I'm doing over here. I'm trying to just put all of those toys in a box so I can take it down to the basement. This is gonna be hard for me to do with one hand, so I'm gonna need to turn off the camera. But once we get down to the basement, I'll show you what the collection of toys looks like down there. Okay, so the AC is on and kicking over here in the basement, so you might not be able to hear me, but I've got bins of toys that are not very organized. I see that, I admit that. We've tried other toy rotation variations in the past, so for now, this is what my basement looks like. It's just like a cluttered mess of different toys. So these are all toys that essentially I can choose from to bring upstairs. Whenever I do a rotation, I can kind of look in these bins, see if there's something I want the kids to play with. Some of these are like bigger items. Some of these are just like random little toys. I'm not gonna do that quite yet. What I wanna do right now is just take some time to like put this stuff away in these boxes or down here somewhere. So let me do that, and then we can kind of continue, because there's still stuff upstairs that I wanna get rid of. Okay, so I'm back upstairs, still not done in the basement, you guys. And I know that just the clip that you guys saw, like, it's a lot to process, like, and that's that. I didn't even show you all of the basement and the toys that are down there. I will tell you though, one of my goals for like the next couple months is to set up a really nice system down there. It's just gonna take time on my part to sit down, sort through all the toys, and I'd like to like build some kind of shelving unit or something where I have all of the toys down there better categorized, so I can know like where everything is. I can, you know, organize toys by categories, and so that it's easy when I do this. For now, it's like I'm grabbing random things from bins, so I know that it's not like ideal, it's not like picture perfect, Pinterest worthy, but right now that's my life. So if you like a real life toy rotation, then this is for you. So I still have stuff over here that I'm gonna get rid of. Not get rid of, when I say get rid of, I mean like put back in the basement so that I have space for new things. So things like the magnet tiles, the kids played a lot with the magnet tiles this past month, but now I'm gonna replace these with something else that's gonna be like building related. So I always like to have something that's like blocks or something that they can build with. So magnet tiles is one of those options, and we'll just find something downstairs, maybe Lincoln logs, maybe just Duplo blocks. Like, we'll see what I find that'll give them that same skill, but just something different. And then they also had a lot of time playing with like the Bluey stuff, so I'm gonna take that downstairs. This was a Bluey house, also same thing. Gonna take it and replace it with something else. Something that Joe and I both like felt this time around in terms of like the toys that we had out here. Like the kids liked the toys that were out here, but we did feel like there were a lot of things with a lot of little pieces. And dear Lord, at the end of the day and throughout the day, it really is hard to keep up with such tiny little pieces. Like the train tracks were out, and that has like a million pieces. All of the magnet tiles were out. There's a lot of magnet tiles. I had also taken out their Love Every block set, which we love, but like those kinds of things, like when you take them out, it might be a good idea just to like take that one thing out, because when there's just too many little pieces, it just gets very overwhelming. So that's something that I'm going to try to factor in this time around. When I go to pick out things for them, I'm going to see if I can, I don't know, downsize or pick things with fewer pieces, because I don't think I showed you this the last time around, but in addition to like the toys that are there, the kids still have other toys that I leave out on a more regular basis. So like here, for example, this is behind the couch. This is where I keep their play kitchen. Their play kitchen, they love, they get so much use out of it. They even have like a little cash register, which they've recently enjoyed using. But the kitchen itself has, you know, a bunch of little pieces, and we have the play food. So the play food, if I'm not careful, ends up all over the place. And honestly, like I'm about ready to downsize even some of their play food, because then they got a pizza set, right? So again, the kids love their pizza set, but then there's also a bunch of random other groceries here that we can probably put away some of it, because like you see, this ketchup came with the grill. So this grill came with its whole set of food and condiments. So when you add it all up together, it's a lot of little pieces, and that's what makes cleanup really hard. I also have this little caddy up here, which is like the cleaning caddy, which I actually like to leave out regularly, because Jackson now has started to like want to clean and stuff. So that's something that, you know, is fine. It doesn't have that many pieces. So we may revisit this once I've tackled the other stuff, but that just gives you an idea of why I'm trying to like limit the, you know, like the little tiny pieces as much. So anyway, I'm gonna continue here. I'm gonna continue clearing off over here, like by the fireplace, some of those toys. A couple of them I'm gonna leave out, and then we'll kind of just see how it goes. But let's just get to like having a nice blank slate over here. So I've made a bit of progress, and I'm still not anywhere near done, but I just wanted to show you what things look like right now. So this is where we're at. We've got some clean cubbies. I've got a couple things that I've left out because I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with them. And then I cleared off a whole bunch of stuff. Even if it may not look like it, I've cleaned out a bunch of stuff that was here. So what was I going to tell you? Okay, so over here with the books, I did swap out some books. There were a couple books here that I noticed that Jackson wasn't really reading anymore, like he wasn't reaching for them, and nobody was really doing anything with them. So instead of keeping them, I just put them down in the basement, and then I put in some new ones that we had gotten like while we were on vacation, or that we had taken to Mimi's house. So at least the books that are here, hopefully they will reach for. And then these were new too. These are things that we got for Jackson and Riley when we went on vacation. They're like these really cute like little cards that they can just wet. Like if they wet them, then like the picture comes out, kind of like the water wows, but they're actual like individual cards. So you can also like use them for flashcards, the ones that have like words on them. Some of them have numbers, so it's kind of educational too. So I had gotten that one for Riley, and then Jackson's is like a whole bunch of like little cars and trucks and stuff. So anything here that's like new, I'll link for you guys in case you want to grab them. Okay, sorry, Jackson was starting to wake up, so maybe now I'm whispering in this video. This is like an ASMR toy rotation, but I don't want to like make it mad. So the next thing that I wanted to do, like we've got pretty clear cubbies. I've got some stuff there that I'll show you. But I've got this giant bin of cars, and I can't put them all away, otherwise Jackson will disown me as his mother. Okay, but I don't need this many cars out all at once. So I'm gonna take some from this bucket and then put them, I had found downstairs in the basement like a little one of these little baskets that I'm gonna put just a few of the cars and put them in the cubby. And then I'm gonna leave out his Mac, which he really likes, because he can put like a bunch of the cars in here, and he like loves to play with this thing. So I can't get rid of this one, but I did get rid of the other one that we had because we didn't need like two little, you know, car carrier things. So just paring it down, and I think that that's gonna help like my mental health a lot, and just the time that we spend cleaning up, putting stuff away. So I'm thinking that this should help. So in this little basket, I just have to figure out like which ones of these cars we're gonna put. So like I'll put the McQueens, I'll put Mickey. He really likes Mickey. You can't even see what I'm doing over here because the basket is like all folded up. But just some of them, I'll put a helicopter, and we've got like some more of like the cars ones. I've got a random tank over here. Oh, airplane. So there we go. Even though it still looks like a lot of cars, imagine all of those all around my house. So I still feel like that is a lot better. So I'm gonna just put them here in like one of the cubbies, and then those are the cars that he can play with. And then over here, I think I am gonna leave out the ice cream set. We'll see. I think I might leave it out because the kids have been really liking it. So I am gonna leave out still their puzzle, the ABC puzzle. This is like an activity that I had been doing with Jackson too. If you guys saw the homeschooling video that I did, which if you want to see some homeschooling content, I definitely will have a lot of that on my channel coming soon. So you guys can check out those videos. And then underneath over here, I have the shapes one that I like to work with Jackson on. So these two are gonna stay out. And then what I did leave out for Riley is just two of her little dolls. So you guys remember that was full of stuffed animals and just a ton of like plush toys. I left out two baby dolls, and I think she has another one that we took to church today, but I left them out because I'm also gonna leave out this, which is like her little baby, you know, carrying kit. It's got like the diapers and stuff and the towel, so she can pretend to give the baby a bath. And she does that like in the kitchen sink, not our kitchen sink, but like her kitchen sink from the little play kitchen. So she can do some pretend play with the dolls, but she only needs two and doesn't need a million. I will tell you, like, just so that I'm not like here like lying to you guys, I did leave a couple stuffed animals, like some of her dogs that she likes to pretend play with, and then some of her backpacks, because she likes to just take a bunch of things and put them in her backpack. So this is still way better than like the avalanche of plush toys that existed here before. So now what I have to do is I have to figure out how to fill like the rest of those cubbies over there. I'm trying to figure out where I have to point to show you. Right there. Over there, the cubbies that are there. Figure out what else I'm gonna put out for them. I did bring up some toys from the basement that I'm gonna show you, because some of them I am gonna have the kids play with. But the other thing that I'm gonna start with is Love Every sent us some new toys from one of their play kits. This video isn't sponsored by them, but every once in a while they send me some new toys from their subscription, you know, little kits that they send, and we love them. The kids love them. I have so many of their play kits, and I feel like it's It's a great subscription to make sure that you're getting like toys that are appropriate for their developmental levels. Like they have some really good quality toys. So I'm excited to open this one up. This one is the helper, which is for months 25, 26, 27. So I got this more so for Jackson, but I'm sure that Riley will love to play with it. And we'll set up some of this stuff so that they can play. Oh my god, they're gonna love this. So this is all the stuff that comes in here. We've got the little play kitchen, which is great. The sink, because we have one that's not Lovevery that Riley's been using, and they always fight over it. So now we'll have another one, which is really nice. And then some of this stuff will be good to like work with Jackson on his colors and sorting and all of that. A little puzzle. So we'll go through this. This is what it looks like, and we'll set up some of them in the cubbies or like in the space that we have there. Okay, so I put out just a couple of the toys from the kids. So I put out this. I think the kids are really gonna like that. And then inside the bag are the little pieces. So they have like a home to go in when they're done playing. So they can play with it like they're supposed to. You know, it's like a Connect 4 kind of thing with the colors. Or, you know, we can do like color sorting with Jackson. Just individually, he can, you know, put them in different cups or containers or whatever. So this would be something good he can do. And then this is just like the little flowers. And I was thinking that that'll be really cute. Like obviously it's supposed to help with like their, you know, hand-eye coordination, putting the flowers in the little wooden thing. But something else that we can do is we have some like pretend money that we got from once upon a time ago. We got like a little farmer's market kit. So we have some pretend money, and we've started to incorporate the concept of money to the kids, like whenever they play, like even the ice cream set, and the ice cream set has money too. So the ice cream set, like whenever they make us ice cream, whenever they make like me or Joe ice cream, we'll add in the part of like, okay, how much does this cost? And we have to exchange the money. So with these flowers, maybe something that we can do is we can play like flower shop or flower stand, and I can sit at the table with them and they can be buying flowers from our farmer's market, or, you know, whatever. Like they see me gardening now. You guys that follow the channel regularly, you guys know that I have my plants and all of that, and it's springtime now. So something like that I can also incorporate into pretend play, which is going to be really fun. This puzzle I am going to leave out for Jackson. So he'll have these puzzles that he can work on there. This though is more of like an arts and crafts thing. So I'm going to put it in our arts and crafts bin. I'm not going to leave this out here for him to play with on his own because it's like a paint stick. But at some point we can work on this. And then this book, the play kits usually come with some kind of a book. So this one is working on numbers, which is good because Jackson and I have been working on numbers. So what I'm going to do is just add this to our collection of books here. Will it fit? Perfect. So that's something else that I can use. And then these cards, I haven't read like the instructions. What are they called? Let's Map It Out routine cards. Introducing and choosing routines and transitions. So I'm sure that this little booklet here like shows you like all the different ways to use the stuff that comes in the box. So I'm sure that there will be more instructions, but this is still good for just like showing these different activities. So we'll work on something educational like that. What I'm going to do with these is I'm going to just keep them in where I do like Riley's homeschool stuff. Not leave these out here because these will end up all over the floor. I have made the mistake many times of like leaving a whole crap ton of like flashcards out here with the books, and they just end up all over the floor. So I will hold on to these for dear life, and I'll put them with homeschool stuff, and I'll know that this is something that we can work on. And then here is the play sink, just so you guys can see it. I'm not gonna leave this out because then immediately that's all that they will want to do is play with water. But this is a great toy, and I will bring it out probably every day because this is something that keeps them super entertained. What's nice is you fill up the bin and then the water like cycles through that thing, so you're not like constantly you know, you're not constantly wasting water. Like the water just cycles through, and then they can play at their blue table, and they can, you know, wash dishes, wash, you know, whatever little figurines, wash the cars even. Like some of these cars that Jackson has change colors, so that's something that he can do with this. But for now, I'm just gonna put it somewhere where I know it is, but they don't know where it is. So anyway, that's the Lovevery stuff. I've always loved them, so I'll have the info down below in the description box in case you want to grab any of their things. That block set that I showed you guys earlier, we love that. it's just good quality toys. So since we still have some space and we've got some space here, these are the things that I brought up from the basement. So I'm gonna just walk you through what they are. So first of all, I've got a big giant puzzle, and it's actually like 5 puzzles in one for Riley to do because she really likes to work on puzzles. And these are just like Peppa Pig puzzles. So I'm gonna put these, I think I'm just gonna put them out here where Jackson has his puzzles, and we'll just like keep all the puzzles together, kind of like that. Maybe if I can find like a better way to display them, I will. But you see, like some of this stuff is more for Riley, like the babies and the dressing them and all of that. Jackson sometimes will play with it, but for the most part, like Riley likes that more than Jackson does. And like the cars and stuff, Jackson likes that more than Riley does. So I have to keep like a good balance of things for both of them out. So here we have these little pullback cars that Jackson has had for ages, you guys. He's had these for the longest time, and he loves them, and he hasn't seen them in a really long time. So when he sees that they're out, he's gonna be very excited. So I'm gonna put these down here for him. And that's like one of the things that's nice about toy rotation, is that when you bring them out, it's like Christmas again, because he hasn't seen them in a bit. So we'll have those, and then what else? So remember, we got rid of Riley's doctor kit. So in place of the doctor kit, I'm gonna bring out her like little bug catching kit. This is a really cute set that I think we got on Amazon, or she was gifted it from Amazon, but it's got like all of the bug catching things. It's got the binoculars, the scoopers, and you guys know her. She's like loving to be outside and with the bugs. It's got this thing. I think it even had a little jar where you could put the bugs in, but I think we lost that. And then it comes with a whole bunch of different bugs. Of course, I find these like randomly around my house, and like for a moment I really think that there's legit bugs in my house. There's one that looks like an ant that legit was there in the cubbies, and I thought that it was a huge ant that had come inside. And it's got like the little net. So Riley loves to pretend that she's catching bugs, and she hides them around the house. So I'm sure that her and Jackson will enjoy this. I just wish that there was like a better way to like display this. I want to get like another couple baskets where I can kind of do like the same thing that I did with Jackson's cars there. But for now, at least we'll have it all in the bag, so that when she's done playing with it, everything can go in the bag. So I think I'm just gonna put the bag out in the cubby. That'll be that. The next thing that I have for Jackson is this little fire truck, which he has loved this also. And it's just funny because like at different stages, like when he was a little younger, he used to get really frustrated by this because sometimes like, okay, goodbye, dude, farewell. Sometimes like it wouldn't open how he wanted it, and like he would get frustrated by it. But I think now that he's a little older, we can revisit it, and it'll be something that he can play with. He can do pretend play with it. There was a car that maybe I can find. There was like a little firefighter car that would come out of here. So I'm sure it's downstairs somewhere. It obviously, like it turns on, it's got music, it's got noises, but I mean, for now we can definitely leave it off. And then he can put the little guys over here, and he can mostly just drive it around. But there's like a lot to this. You see, it's got like a little place for them to sleep and hang out. You can go to the gym. So this will be something that will be good for me to see like how he plays with it these days. So I'm gonna set this out for him, and this has been just like one of our favorite toys. So this one will go right over here, and I've got to put the ladder over here too. But what I like about this is like, yes, it's big, but it doesn't have like a million pieces to it. Like it's got the 2 dudes, and that's about it. So it's not something that has like a ton of little parts. And then for Riley, I'm gonna bring out for her little Chelsea dolls. So this is like her Chelsea camper van, which again, she can do a lot of pretend play with. She got this for Christmas. It comes with a little car. And then I put out 2 different Chelsea dolls. I think this is the one that came with the camper van, and then this was her other little Chelsea that she got, which has like, it's like a summer Chelsea, so she can like go to the pool and stuff. So they can hang out. These do have like a couple little pieces, so if they become an issue, I will disappear them. But for now, I think that should be much more manageable than some other times that we've had like a million things out here. So the camper van, I found this little wooden thing downstairs, and I just thought maybe it would be nice to like help keep everything nice and organized. So I'm gonna put that, and then that's what the cubby situation looks like. I think it looks 1,000 times better than it did before, and I feel like there's enough stuff for each of them. I always show you, this is like the Peppa Pigs with the Peppa Pig house. I still don't want to get rid of it because Riley and Jackson both play with this all the time. We've gotten our full use out of the Peppas, like great toy investment, because they never stop playing with it. So that like kind of just permanently stays there. And then this is just stuff that I've already showed you guys. I don't know, maybe I'll make that look a little nicer. I am gonna leave the Legos out, and this I will fully regret, but Riley and Jackson have been loving the little tiny Legos. And I know that these little tiny Legos are not for everybody, but they are obsessed with them. I considered swapping them out, but the kids have just loved using them, and that keeps Riley entertained for so long. So if I see that it becomes an issue, then maybe I will put them away for a little while. But what I did decide is that because I have those Legos out, I'm not going to bring out like the big Duplo blocks. Like if I see that, I don't know, Jackson needs to work on some building and that's not doing it for him, then I can always go grab them. But for now, I'm going to leave the Legos out and not get like some of the other building toys. Like I had told you guys before that I was going to replace the magnet tiles with something else. I'm not, and this is hopefully going to make my life a little easier. So I'm really quite happy with that. I just wish that I can, like, I don't know, like hide some of this stuff better. Maybe I can like put some of the stuff like in the side. Maybe I'll get creative. We shall see. But up here, I do have a couple other things that I can always reach for. So this is like a little puzzle that like with the shapes and stuff that sometimes I'll pull out, and I know Riley has liked this because it has like the cards that you put the shapes on top of, but I think Jackson might now start to be able to do that. So I may work with Jackson on this over the next couple weeks. And then this is another book that I had gotten for Riley that has pretend butterflies, so maybe this is something else that we can do, and I can sit down and read it to her. We can do like some story time here on the carpet. So I'm gonna leave this up here, and then this is Jackson's busy book. I keep it up here because if I keep it down there where he can reach it, he likes to come up here and literally tear out every single piece of Velcro and just throw it on the ground. So that's not how I want this busy book to be used. So instead I keep it up here, and if there's like a moment where I want to work with him on something, I go and I grab it. There's a lot of things here that he does know, like he knows like the body parts, and like he obviously does not know patterns. He's 2.5, he does not know that. We can maybe start working on facial expressions. He knows his colors now, but this is something that I was working on with Riley too, like the season. So this is something that I like to have. We don't touch it every single day, we don't use it every day, but it goes over like some of the basic, like more preschool kind of concepts. But like I said, I don't want every single one of these letters all over the floor and then I have to put them back with Velcro. So we keep them up here, and that way at least I know that they're there, and like it's easy for me to remember that they're there. But that is what the cubby's gonna look like. Okay, so how do we feel about this? Do we like this? Is this a little bit better at least than before? I tried to move like the cars so they were like all together, and I don't know, just make it a little bit more visually appealing. So that's the best that I can do there. And then I guess the last thing I wanted to do is just come here to like the kitchen area and kind of see if there's anything that I can declutter from here. Some of these, like the wooden play foods have always done super well. The wooden play foods, highly recommend. But then like through like other little sets that you get, sometimes you get some of these like plastic ones, and like you don't need that many like pretend foods. Like it just ends up all over the place, and it's not like good quality. Some of these like had boxes, like there's been boxes of pretend food I've ended up just throwing in the garbage because they get smushed and all that. Let's see if I can get rid of some of these, and that way it's just like less to clean. Okay, so you see like the grill came with these little skewers, and like to make like shish kebabs, like to make these little skewer things, but these little pieces end up all over my floor. So as much as I love them, I'm not gonna get rid of them, but I am gonna put them in a Ziploc for now. And if we ever want to just do straight up shish kebabs, we can pull these out. But at least they're not always out and about, and then we have to do this every night. So I think that will be wise. Do you think so, Joseph? Do you agree? Do you think that it will be better to not have to pick up so many things?
I do.
You do? Because I definitely am feeling very happy right now. So they're still gonna obviously have their shopping cart, and they can go to the grocery store and make food, which they love to do. But at least now there's not like as many out. Like I'm gonna get rid of all of these, and then we're gonna put these away. This is their little pizza set, so we can keep the pizza set in here. And then they have, like I showed you already, all of this stuff. Pots and pans are in the dishes. And then I put a couple of the things that go with the grill there. And then I think that's a lot more manageable than what was there before. And that, my friends, is it. That is our latest toy rotation. Like I said, today's Sunday night, so tomorrow, like the start of a new week, they'll have new toys. They are going to have the best time.
For about an hour.
Why do you say for about an hour? I mean, it's likely true. They'll have fun for about an hour, then they'll find something to be upset about. But they have new toys, just something like new for me to like work on things with them. I always tell you guys when we do these toy rotations too, like these are the toys that they will use. They still have other things that I pull out every once in a while, like sensory stuff, kinetic sand, Play-Doh. That's stuff that I don't have out all the time, but if it's an activity that I want to do with them, I will definitely grab that. Or now the weather's nicer, so we're going outside a lot. We're playing with their water table. They just got a new really cute water table that I showed you guys on Instagram. It's like a car, it's like a little car wash situation. So we're gonna do a lot of that. And then just like regular arts and crafts kind of stuff, like pulling out their coloring books and working with Riley on homeschool stuff that I keep separate in like the art caddy. So this is toys. Once again, for the last time, if you just want to take one last look at what it looks like, I just think that from a visual perspective, it's at least a lot better than it was when we first started this video. If you agree, please let me know in the comments. Please let me know that I did something productive with my life. I am very happy with it. So that's it. I'm going to bed now. I think my work here is done. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you guys aren't already, because I'm trying to do these kinds of videos more regularly. I had seen in the comments of the last one that you guys wanted to see like the process of me actually switching stuff out, not just like an actual toy tour. So I'm trying to give you what you are asking for. I don't know if you liked it this way better, if you just wanted to see the toys. So give me feedback on what you want to see. If you want to see more of like, I don't know, the kids using the toys, tell me what you want so that I can, you know, actually go and make those videos for you. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I love your freaking faces. Thank you for being here. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new one more time. And that is it. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.